Did you know that in Half-Life Blue Shift, if you no-clip inside of this vent, you can find this? Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs. As always, let me know any Easter eggs that you found in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy these videos, and of course a big thank you to my Patreon backers and YouTube channel members for their awesome support. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Need for Speed Unbound. Now, the only time that we've covered Unbound on this channel was back in episode 119 of our Hidden Video Game Details series. In that video, we discovered that you could use rapper A$AP Rocky's voice as a car horn.
Beep 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 beep.
Well, today's Unbound Easter egg isn't anywhere near as strange. In fact, it references a movie that gets referenced all the time, but it does at least make an effort. If you take part in 12 link-up events in the game's multiplayer, you will unlock the DMC DeLorean. Now, many of you will simply know this car as the Back to the Future car, and it seems that the developers of Unbound agree with you. If you can manage to hold your speed at 88 miles per hour, something which isn't as easy as it sounds, this will happen. Like I said, keeping the car at 88 miles per hour isn't easy, but if you do, a fire trail will follow your DeLorean. This is a reference to Back to the Future, where upon hitting 88 miles per hour, the car would take off. Speaking of Back to the Future, next up is Worms Ultimate Mayhem, which too references the classic movie. During Mission 5 of the game's campaign, you can do this. So much like the Need for Speed Unbound Easter egg, the DeLorean will take off, just like it does in the film. Now, this next Easter egg is really strange. Don't get me wrong, it's not as strange as what's to come later in this video, but to be honest, that does take some beating. The Patient Zero mission sees 47 perched on a tower armed with a sniper rifle. Of course, 47 is a professional, but if you take a break from shooting actual targets and shoot the TV aerial that I do, this will happen.
Nice shot. Really.
So, for some reason, a man will compliment you on your nice shot. Why? Well, I really don't know why. As far as I'm aware, the aerial doesn't serve any purpose and isn't part of the mission. So, if anyone can explain who the mystery voice is and why he says what he does, it would be appreciated. Next up are more Easter eggs from the really quite good Superland 6 Inches Under. Now, we have covered 6 Inches Under in this series before, where we finally found Wally, or Waldo, for my friends from the US. Unfortunately, the first of today's 6 Inches Under Easter eggs is one that I think we're all well and truly sick of by now. Just outside of Cagetown, you can find this. Listen, I know we're all bored of Dark Souls bonfires. Believe me, I'm the one that has to record them. But if an Easter egg is in a game, I feel like it's my duty to cover it, regardless of how uninspired it may be. Fortunately, the other 6 Inches Under Easter egg isn't a red balloon. I mean, if it was, I don't think I could carry on. Anyway, early on in the game, you're given a pickaxe to help you on your travels. The blocks that you can break with the pickaxe look awfully familiar, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence. Well, on the beach level, you can find this guy. So maybe those blocks weren't a coincidence after all, as you can find Steve from Minecraft just sort of hiding in this hard to reach secret area. Next up is another game in the long list of ghost hunting simulators that can be found on Steam. Ghostwatchers was released in early access last year, and has since then received a steady flow of updates, which is the least you should expect for a game in early access. Now, like most of the other ghost hunting games out there, Ghostwatchers allows players to explore their HQ, and it's in the HQ that we can find a really cool Easter egg. If you angle your jump just right, you can climb onto this railing, and if you follow the path that I take, you can find this. So hidden behind the bookcase is what appears to be the developer's office. In the office we can find the developer who has literally worked himself to death, loads of pictures of cats, a sleeping pig, and some other pretty creepy things. Oh, and I personally like the note that the developer made before his untimely demise, where they detailed their plans for the game. Right, let's end today's video with Depart Prototype. Depart Prototype is the first game that I've played that adopts the whole body cam style that looks like becoming popular very soon. Now, as the game is a demo of an indie game, there isn't much here in the way of the story, but there is a lot of atmosphere. Actually, let me test something. I want to see if this jump scare, which made me knock my keyboard off my desk, makes you jump too. So, are you ready? Here you go. So did it get you? If it didn't, I'm using the excuse that you knew it was coming. Anyway, the demo itself is relatively short, around 20 minutes or so, but that's more than enough time to find a very funny Easter egg. Now, when playing Depart Prototype, you have no allies. That means you can safely shoot anything that even remotely looks at you in the wrong way. However, when you reach the final door, if you hold your fire, this will happen. I mean, maybe that was the problem all along. The creepy looking enemies just wanted a dance battle. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets and hidden details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.